From critically acclaimed Academy Award winning director Fatty McButterpants comes the heartwarming drama about a man. Coming this summer.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? What is going on? Hi. I should never wave like that. It's looks weird. Yeah, it looks really strange. But how's it going? Ninjinzu Games first up this time. Ninjinzu, how's it going? Ricky, Ted. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. What is this? It'll be fine. We can't hear it. So, April bought a laser. She bought a laser, and I'm afraid that she's going to burn the house down. So, we'll see how it goes. But how's it going, guys? What's new? What's going on? I will tell you a couple things that's been happening. I started playing. Great little rant the other day, Ted. Thank you. It's weird. Before I get into the stuff. Yeah, that video was something that had been brewing in my head for weeks, months, right? Just been thinking about it. I'm like, I really want to rant about the people in theaters. And then it got bigger, and I'm like, oh, I want to rant about that. Oh, I want to rant about this. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I don't have any movie to review right now. Screw it. Let's get in here and rant. And I was going to edit it and do all this stuff, but you know what? I think it works better with just me ranting. No other stuff going on. And I'm like, that was probably, it's weird how it may look like, at least this is how I view videos on YouTube. When I see something like that, I go, yeah, it's pretty low effort. It took a long time to get out what I wanted to get out. And so recording it took longer than usual, but it's the weeks and months of thinking about it and working on the I guess the words in my head so that I could just come in here and do it. And it was fun. It was a fun video. Unfortunately, it's not the kind of thing that I can just crank out. You know, I can't just crank out videos like that because I actually have to be upset about something, and life's pretty good. At least in my neck of the woods, it's yeah. How about those people coming in the movie, not trailers, 5 minutes late? See, that usually doesn't bother me because they're there and then they're done. It's the people that are talking during the movie, the people that are, commenting things, that's the kind of stuff that wears on you, The one of the things that April said that she was like, I can't believe you didn't talk about this, was when we were watching was it the last Mission Impossible? Not 7. What was it? I don't remember what movie it was. It may have been the last Mission Impossible movie, but there was a lady like on our row that was reacting to everything. And I think I mentioned that on stream one time. It was like, she was like, it's like somebody'd get punched, she'd go, oh, ah, whoa, and just like constantly reacting. And it's just like, And I tried to lump that in with the, if you feel like you need to make noise during the movie, maybe a public place isn't the, no, stop that. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And it's like I started thinking about the psychology of the people that make comments during a movie. And I feel like in a lot of ways it's an ego thing. Like they want everybody to know what they're thinking or what they're feeling, and I'm like, nobody cares. Stop it. Shut up. But anyway. How about people leave to get more food? I mean, that's a thing. I don't usually have that, but whoa, ow. Yeah, exactly. That's how it was. And it was in fact it had to have been because it's the one with Henry Cavill and them fighting in the bathroom, you know? And it was just it's an intense scene. And I'm pretty sure that's what. Now see, I couldn't hear it. April was on this side and then the lady was down there, so I couldn't hear it. But it was really bugging April. So, by the way, my movie theater cranked the AC to about 55 degrees. I feel like a weirdo. I take in a jacket every time now because I run cold now. I just, for whatever reason, I get cold during a movie, and I don't mind taking in 108 degrees outside, and I'm taking in a jacket. And you know what? It works. Bucho. Welcome, Bucho. But yeah, I definitely, I like it. I don't mind it because I like curling up with a big blanket, watching a movie and stuff. So it's kind of like, hey, excuse me. The one thing if you're watching Misery and it gets to the foot scene, but just every little thing gets annoying. Yes, Ted. And that's what it was. It wasn't like this is the most intense thing you've ever seen. It's like I was like, April was like, she goes, I just don't understand it. I said, maybe it was her first movie. I don't know. It's so weird. They're running cold in New Zealand too. Yeah. I've gotten in the habit where I just take my jacket. You also take a beanie and electric blanket. The guy next to me took it to the next level. He had a full blanket and a pillow. I'm like, it's 3 hours. It's not 12 days. You don't have to sleep. What is the? And he kept moving things, and that was kind of annoying. But you know what? He was quiet. He was quiet. It was the guy down the row that was the genius that had to keep commenting on everything. Wow. But anyway. So did anybody get out to the movie theaters this weekend? Did you see Oppenheimer? Did you see Barbie? I have not seen Barbie yet, of course. I just don't care. I mean, it looks fun, but it's also like, to me, that's not I gotta go to the movie theater and see this. I don't know. Barbie Svensenheimer. What? Yeah. I just didn't go see it. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Got it. I saw them in my home movie theater with surround sound and glorious OLED. Theater? You guys want to go to the theater? I saw Mission Impossible on my birthday a couple of Fridays ago. Love the series. Yeah. And Albert, welcome. Good to see you, sir. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you. I think I've seen you in the Game Chasers chat every now and then. But again, I don't spend a whole lot of time in their chats anymore because I don't know. It feels like the last few they've gotten really political, and I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have time for that. I don't have the patience or the time. Hey, good to you as well, Albert. I'm just kidding. I saw it. The long-awaited sequel to Barbed Wire starring Tim Morrison. Yeah, I didn't even know is he in it, I guess? I didn't even know. I kept looking around thinking, do I have anything to show off? And no, I don't. I don't have anything. I'm trying to think. Did I have anything come in this week? I don't think so. I don't think so. But I do want to bring this up. Just in case you guys didn't know already. Adventures in Game Chasing is now available on Tubi for free. I mean, I think it's free. With ads. And then it's also on iTunes or Apple TV. So that's a thing. That's a thing. Now I want to show you something. I want to show you something that I'll just say this. When I saw this, it cracked me up. It cracked me up. But it is, like I said, it's... Now here's the thing. On Tubi and, in fact, all of them, they're all stereo only. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why the 5.1 won't come through. That's what Billy had submitted. It's what Billy had... it's part of the reason why it was taking so long is because Apple was having trouble with the 5.1. So they redid it and resubmitted. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. And I will say this. If the 5.1 can be added, it will update. So if you end up buying the movie, it will update, at least on Apple TV. So yeah, I took a picture of it immediately when it became available. So it's $11.99 in HD. I don't know why that says... This says $9.99. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what's going on there. But at least on mine, it says $11.99. But then you scroll down and look at the actors. And look at Dave. I started cracking up. I'm like, who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? That is not our Dave Thomas. Apparently, I think he's a voice actor. But I think it's cool. I think it's cool that it's available on all of them. You know, or not all of them, but it's available on some big ones. Tubi's huge. So I'm really excited to see how well it does on there. Of course, through Apple, through Amazon. I think that's amazing. I think it's really cool. Maybe adding Dancing Rob will make Adventures in Game Chasing 5.1. Maybe. Hey, Leon, what's going on? Good to see you. Oh, okay. Barbed Wire was a Pam Anderson movie, also starring Tim. Gotcha. And Albert asks if I've seen all of the Mission Impossible films. Yes, I own them all. I mean, except for the last one, of course. But yeah, I own them all. In fact, I own them. I don't think I own them on Blu-ray or anything. I own them digitally. But yeah, I've seen them all. The only one I don't really like is 2. 3 is not quite as good, but I think 4, 5, and 6 are all pretty solid. But they seemingly keep getting better. And 7 was just so much fun. So much fun. I mean, yes, it could be worse. It could be in mono. That's true. But it just sucks because, you know, Joe, GameSack, he did an amazing job on the 5.1. You know, just insane. So it sucks that nobody can hear it. So if you're like me and you want to see it the best possible way, the only way to get that is through the Blu-ray right now. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. So the Blu-ray has 5.1 and it's glorious. It's great. So it just, I don't know. It just sucks. Cause for celebration? I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool to say, yeah, the movie that I worked on is on iTunes. It's kind of neat. So, yeah. The people who took that image there have the IQ of a jellyfish. And that's what Dave looks like without his glasses? Really? Are you sure? Second one is the worst one in my opinion. I mean, I think most people will agree. The second Mission Impossible movie is not very good. But you own all the movies on Blu-ray? Phil? Welcome, Phil. Good to see you, Phil. with all you have an excellent collection. Just from what I've seen, I'm like, Phil's got a good collection over there. Good collection. It's neat to say the movie I worked on at all. I mean, true. Don't like Tom climbing up a rock? No, I don't like Tom crashing into a motorcycle and then flying. And I mean, they would be that part at the end where they jump and then they would be dead. There would be just a mixture of those two people, and they would just be liquefied. It's just stupid. None of them were stupid except for Mission Impossible 2. 2 was just stupid. So yeah. Thoughts in the original? I love the original. Saw the original opening night in 95, I think. And it was one of those experiences that I adore about going to the movies, you know, sitting there and experiencing the drop, you know, the drop from the ceiling, all quiet. Dude, everyone was quiet. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. The second one would be better with more Dutch angles. I mean, you're not wrong. The beach fight was pretty cool. I didn't care for it. But the original Brian De Palma, absolutely. It's great. In fact, it's hard to beat that one. Even though all of the CG toward the end on the train is pretty janky now, looks pretty old, it's still the heart of the story. I really enjoyed. And I loved how I'm in the theater and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen because there's so many twists and turns. I love that. So, a movie idea for Game Chasers. Billy plays himself and he insults a dodgy old lady by twerking at her, and she curses at him, and Billy wakes up the next day half horse. What? What? I don't get it. I don't get it. But that might be a short that we do, you know? Yeah, we'd have to come up with some. That just doesn't make any sense. Oh, gosh. I loved how most of the Mission Impossible movies had different directors with some different directions. John Woo should have just been a consultant for gunplay. Wraith, I mean, I don't think you're wrong, but I think John Woo is an excellent director. I just think the story sucked. You know, the story wasn't interesting, and it was too much, you know, pulling masks off the whole time. You're attached, Albert? I mean, it's good. It's just like the Bond movies, right? The Bond movies are great too. And I try to see every Bond movie in the theater ever since GoldenEye. Some of them are better than others. I'll just say. JJ did 3, and that scene with Tom and Philip Seymour Hoffman in a heated exchange was the highlight of the series. Because of Philip Seymour Hoffman, the third movie is definitely pretty good. It's pretty good. That terrible Metallica song, I Disappear, from Mission Impossible 2, so bad it's not on an album. I don't even remember that. Yeah, the recent Mission Impossible did have quite a few nods to the series, you know, just some different things, and I liked it. I like it. You remember that music video vividly? Ryan, welcome, Ryan. Good to see you. Call it quit horsing around. Dude, I see, like, you know how, like, you can say something and then you get a visual? Like, I immediately have a visual of him, like, like him, like that, waking up, you know, the camera's like right here. He's like, and he lays back and he's like, thankfully it was just a dream. And then he looks down, and he tears the sheet off as the camera pans back, and he's a horse with the top half. The old lady is like a gypsy lady who knows magic. Billy wakes up half horse, the top half. I don't know how that would work. How would you know it's Billy? And then you'd have to look at the bottom half. I don't know. Yeah, Bond and Mission Impossible all day long for sure. For sure. I Disappear is amazing. See, I don't even remember that song, like, at all. At all. Apparently, I've only seen John Woo's bad movies, Mission Impossible 2 and that Hulk movie. I don't even remember the Hulk movie, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I have memories of it, and I saw it in the theater, like either opening night or opening weekend. But I don't really remember it. Don't really remember it at all. Carbonite pouring down outside where you're at. Well, it's still over 100 outside right now here. He looks down and he's literally hung like a... Uh-oh. That would be weird. So the scene will reveal Billy's horse head like they did in The Godfather. What? I don't even know how that... I don't even know how you came up with that, Phil. Like what? I thought Hulk was Ang Lee. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, John Woo did Mission Impossible 2. Let's see, what else did John... I mean, he did Face Off, right? I mean, the movie's dumb, but it sure is fun. That sure is a fun movie. That's one of those few... Like, for some reason, Con Air did not work for me, even though I own it. And it's a weird off Malaysian copy of... I don't even know how I got it, but I have that. But I didn't buy it. Con Air was just not my favorite. But for some reason, Face Off, I loved. I loved Face Off. I don't know. Did you talk about Oppenheimer yet? I mean, I did my review. Didn't watch the video because spoilers. I don't do spoilers. Ever. If I do spoilers, I'll just say this. If I do spoilers in a video, it will be clearly marked. And you'll have time to shut the video off. Because I never just come out and say, oh yeah, this happened and this happened. And no, I don't do that. I don't do that because I like to preserve. I almost said perverse. I like to preserve the movie experience for everybody else. I do movie reviews like, I try to do it. Look, I'll be honest. It's all Roger Ebert. A lot of the way that I talk about movies, the way that I critique movies is the way that Roger Ebert critiques movies. It's who I learned from, and it's a way to talk about the movie without giving anything away, preserving the surprises, all of the neat little things. Like, I don't even like with Oppenheimer, my review, I didn't even talk about the casting because so much of the casting was a surprise to me that I didn't want any of that spoiled. So I said, I'll just say that the acting is great, and there are going to be some awards given out for Oppenheimer for awards for acting. So there you go. So, I mean, Ninjinzu, I mean, you're free to not watch any review. And in fact, it actually makes sense. And a lot of people say that I don't even like watching non-spoiler reviews because even that can taint my experience of a movie, because you're thinking about the things that, maybe didn't work right, or, you know what I mean? I get that. I totally get that. But if you're worried about spoilers, you don't have to worry about that with mine. I'm just basically, hey, it works, and this is why it works. And I try to talk, somewhat intelligently about the movies from a movie making point of view. Did the movie set out to do this? Did it achieve it? Yes, no. And here's why. That's how I do it. So yeah. Remake Die Hard with the Dongo, but set it in a bar. That would be interesting. Hard boiled, of course. The Killer. So yeah. Watching old Game Chasers episodes today where Billy bought a horse mask in a market and walked around the market wearing it. Yes, exactly. No, I remember that one. Watch the rant video, 100% true and real. I mean, here's the thing. I try to be genuine. There's a little more anger in that video than is probably real. You know, like I don't get that upset. But the thing is after a while you start to really, it gets on your nerves. And so I was channeling all of my frustration when I'm in a movie theater, whether it's the trailers or holy crap, it's 2.5 hours into the movie and I gotta pee. Would you please hurry up? All that kind of stuff. All of those things, the different people that I have to deal with, all of that stuff, and try to channel it. So, you know, I mean, you guys have been around here enough to know that I'm not typically that, you know, ranty. When I get ranty, I guess, but I don't know. Rob, how would you rank your Bond actors from best to worst? That is a tough one. Oppenheimer spoilers, big boom. See, I'm already getting behind in the chat. That's how you know. That's how you know it's popping in here. It's good to see you guys. Thank you. Okay, so there's Craig. There's Brosnan. There's Moore. Oh, Dalton. Forgot Dalton. Moore, Lazenby, and Connery, right? Is that all of them? Am I missing somebody? I don't think so. Bond actors. Let me just make sure that I've got everybody here. Okay, I think that's all. I think that's all of them. I mean, my favorite is Pierce Brosnan. And it's because it's the first movie that I ever saw in the theater. And GoldenEye is just a fantastic movie. Top tier, S tier Bond movie. Okay? Lazenby is going to be on the bottom only because he only did one. That's it. I think that's a fantastic movie, and I think he did a pretty good job in it, but he also was dubbed. So it's kind of, it's hard to judge him as an actor, right? So he's on the bottom for sure. It's probably Brosnan, then Craig. Man, that's tough. That's really tough because Dalton only did 2. I really like his performance. So what do you judge it by? Okay, let's go from the bottom. Lazenby, Moore. Even though I like some of his movies, I think a lot of his movies are cheesy because of the time period in which he made his films. You know, they were more goofy. And I don't like goofy. So Lazenby, Moore. I'm going to say Lazenby, Moore, Dalton, Connery, Craig, Brosnan. That's how I'm going to do it. So even though I like Timothy Dalton's performance, he only did 2 movies. And yeah, that's how I look at it. Grow your hair like Gene Shalit. No. In fact, I don't think I could. My hair doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Halen bad. You should take a video and put it on the Discord. Carbonite. I mean, again, Ninjinzu. Watch the video or don't. But, you know, you don't have to worry about me giving spoilers. And if I am going to talk spoilers, it's going to be at the end. And I'm going to say, hey, now I'm going to talk about spoilers. Some spoiler stuff. You know, that's how I work it. It's how I work it. Another film idea, Billy J and Rob playing a 4-player game gets sucked into the game world. We actually, Daniel at the movies, welcome. Noir, welcome. Good to see you guys. there was actually an idea that was being thrown around for Adventures in Game Chasing, kind of similar to that. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it's definitely something that we've toyed with. The idea, it could be something. A lot of people find Mission Impossible 7 disappointing. Do you agree? I personally loved it. Daniel, I will tell you, and only you. Okay, everybody, close your ears. It's just me and Daniel right now. Okay, Daniel, I really enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed that movie. The only thing that's a little disappointing is that the movie just kind of, it's weird. It doesn't just end like on a cliffhanger. I think it wraps the movie up pretty well. Like it could be a standalone, but it's also, but hey, we're going to deal with this really soon, for the next movie. We're going to deal with this thing that's still kind of dangling in the air. And I like that. I like the way that they did it. I love the movie. And I think it was a great time at the theater. I mean, it was a great movie to see in the theater. It was and the sound, this sound is big. To me, sound is probably more important. A good sound system is more important than the visuals. And I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that. But I'm a sound guy. Like I've always been interested in sound and the way things, music. I love music and I love sound effects. I love making music out of sounds. I love that stuff. So the sound in that theater was amazing. And it's the number one reason why I want to see movies in the theater the first time, because there are no compromises when it comes to sound in most theaters. Now, like I said, GameSack and I were talking about it in the Oppenheimer review. Oh no, it was in the theater review, or the theater thing where I ranted for 12 minutes or however long that was. Anyway, he was saying that there's some theaters around him that have, there's the picture quality is not always great and the sound quality is not always great. To me, if the sound is good, I can usually deal with picture problems. Like, I can watch a DVD, no problem. Not a problem at all, because I get sucked into the movie and I forget about the quality because the story works, and I've got a good surround sound system. So for me, it's sound is most important. So if it's kind of like, okay, the little trailer that that I was ranting about yesterday. If you're watching it on a phone, you're not getting the full experience. Yeah, I know. I'm sitting in the theater. I get it. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if you watch a movie on a smaller TV or on your laptop or something like that, you're not getting the full experience. And you're just not. And to me, that might sound snobby or whatever, but to me, the sound is very, very important. Especially when you're seeing it for the first time. So when people judge movies based on that, a substandard experience, it's kind of hard for me to take you 100% seriously. You know what I mean? And I mean, look, I know, but I'm a movie snob. I'm a theater snob. To me, the theater was always like, I always looked at it like my church. I know that a lot of people don't like that terminology, but as a kid, going to the theater was an amazing experience. And I love going to the theater. Even now, I still get excited when those lights come down. It's lessened now, but it's still like, it's important. It's important to me. So anyway, I don't know why I went on that little tangent, but anyway. Okay, I'm way behind now. Way behind. So a better Jumanji. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Make a slushy? Yeah, you can't make a slushy out of hail. It's gross. Brosnan, Dalton, Craig, Connery, Lazenby, Moore. Wow, you put Lazenby ahead of Moore. You put Dalton and Craig Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Charles Bronson should have been a James Bond. Ain't no one mess with him. Well, he's obviously not British. More is my nostalgia pick. Don't forget Jimmy Bond. You mean Jimmy Bond over in, are you talking about The Lone Gunman? Is that what you're talking about? The American television version? Are you talking about something else, or are you actually talking about The Lone Gunman? Because that's, Brosnan's my favorite Bond for sure. Yeah, to me, he's the perfect, the perfect mix of, suave, sophisticated, good looking, but can also kick ass. Daniel Craig was more kick ass, not the best looking guy, built well. I mean, but to me, Brosnan just, I don't know, he just fits my vision of Bond better than anybody. Roger Moore had suave and sophisticated. Wasn't the best looking guy, but not bad. But it was his action that kind of wasn't great. So, yeah. Timothy Dalton and George Lazenby both didn't have enough time as Bond to really make an impression, even though I think Timothy Dalton could have been one of the best. My Billy film idea where he is half horse. It can't be reversed or fixed, so you and Jay and the world have to accept Billy for his horsiness, as he faces issues in the world as people try to ride him. That sounds dangerously. That sounds so weird. And I don't know if Billy would be up for that. So here's the thing, Billy, okay? You're basically kind of the star of the movie, but you're half horse. What? And he doesn't want to, he basically said, I don't want to star in any more movies. I don't want to be the number one actor in a movie. I want to direct, I'll come in, I'll do a little thing here and there, but I don't want to be the focus. So there you go. Dalton was Craig before the world was quite ready for it. That's actually a pretty good way to say it. I think Timothy Dalton was, both he and Daniel Craig both. It's kind of funny that y'all are saying this because I think Thursday short is me talking about Casino Royale. So interesting. Dead Reckoning would be in the middle of my ranking of the Mission Impossible films. I haven't seen them enough to know how I would rank those. Don't forget Gold Bond. Forgot about Gold Bond. It's Zap. Wow, Zap is here. Good to see you. I'm so far behind. Favorite Chris Nolan film? If we're talking about number of watches, it would be Inception. But I think The Dark Knight is my favorite. But I love Inception. I love Inception. But I think mostly Inception, it's mostly the music. And yeah, the score to Inception is amazing. But I think that's probably how I would do it. But then again, I've only seen Interstellar once. I've only seen The Prestige once. I own them, but I haven't watched them yet. I own the 4K Nolan set. Oh, it's right there. You can see it. I own the set. I haven't watched them all yet. I haven't even really broken into it. So I want to watch those again to get a better, because I remember Interstellar, I was kind of like, yeah, it's fine. Prestige, yeah, it's good. What all those? Dunkirk, only seen once. Of course, Batman movies, Inception, Interstellar, and The Prestige. Okay. So it doesn't have Memento. I own that on Blu-ray. But I've only seen that twice. So there you go. Right now it would be probably The Dark Knight, because I think Heath Ledger was absolutely genius casting. I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said about that performance? I think it's amazing. So, I know Game Chasers like UFOs. Name a UFO movie and call it Fourth Encounter of the Chodes Kind. Yeah, I'll just say this. There will never be the word chode in any movie title. No. In fact, I'm surprised that he put it on one of the posters because it's just not a thing that's going to garner attention from the masses. It's just not. You're going to completely turn off a lot of people right away. You don't want to do that. I mean, you introducing things along the way in the movie, yeah, I mean, but it's like you don't want to turn people off. You want to draw them in, right? So I'll just say that because it's just funny. It's like when way back when Jay was asking, oh, what should I name my barcade? And people are like, chodes are us. And it's like, okay, that's not going to happen. That's a complete waste of a name because it's not going to happen. It's not going to be, I don't know. It's just not going to happen. But anyway. Let's see. I get max experience as long as I see any movie at all. I mean, look, Ricky, I'm just saying. I'm talking about these. I've said it before. To me, you can only, it's one of those things that if you really think about it, it makes a lot of sense. A lot of times when you watch a movie, that may be the only time you see it. Do you want that time to see it, that you see it for the first time, to be on a smaller screen or on a, not surround sound? It makes a difference. It just does. It just does. Like, I wish I saw Lawrence of Arabia for the first time in a theater. I saw it on a pretty big screen and I enjoyed it. But man, it might be my favorite movie of all time if I saw it in, a huge screen. I don't know. It's just one of those things. That's just how 3D worthy format. Keith, I'm not sure what that is in response to. 3D worthy format. Let me look here. If you're asking, is 3D a worthy format? In its current iteration, no. Because really, you've only got a handful of movies that it actually adds to the experience. Avatar and Avatar: The Way of Water, the 3D adds to the experience. And it just does. Because of the way it's shot, because of the amount of tech that goes into it, the amount of time it took to conceive of some scenes that would make the most of 3D. You just taking a 2D film and making it 3D, yeah, I mean, sometimes it works. But most of the time, it's a gimmick. It's an absolute gimmick. I will say that Avatar, I mean, that first Avatar movie, I know some people don't like it, and they go, oh, it's just this, it's, Dances with Wolves and Pocahontas and whatever. Okay. But have you seen a movie like that in the theater before? Have you had an experience in the movie theater like that before? No. Like, guaranteed you haven't. If you saw it in the theater, you know what I'm talking about. The 3D was absolutely jaw-dropping. But then the studios do what studios do and try to copycat without doing the work. They're not doing the, stereoscopic lenses. They're taking a 2D film and making it 3D, and all that post-conversion crap just doesn't work. So, in my opinion, only for Avatar, basically. And you know what? Honestly, if he just makes all of his movies 3D from now on, James Cameron, go for it. Go for it. I'm down. Because there were scenes that still in 3D on my 3D TV in the bedroom. It's the only size. That's the only 3D TV I have. But when I watch a 3D movie in there, especially Avatar, it's like, dude, the way that everything works is just, it's not like that whole thing where something's trying to grab you or, it's depth. to the image. It's just gorgeous. But so few movies actually take advantage of that. So it's a bummer. Jimmy Bond was in the TV version of Casino Royale. See, I never saw that, so I didn't know. Pierce Brosnan will always be my number one Remington Steele. That's bold, Bucho. I mean, that's bolder than anything else anybody said. Lazenby and Brosnan weren't British either. True, but again, George was dubbed. Pierce Brosnan's Welsh, right? Is that right? Mr. Bean can whip all the Bonds. My film collection has grown, Rob. Cannonball Run 1 and 2 Blu-ray, MacGyver, the complete collection added, and all 5 Herbie movies added. Wow. That's a lot of discs. But I will say I would just, hey, everybody's got their taste, right? Everybody's got their thing. I wouldn't add any of those to the collection. I couldn't stand MacGyver. Couldn't. The Herbie movies I saw way back when I was a kid. I don't really remember them. And the Cannonball Run movies are another one where I saw them a long time ago, and they're like, yeah, those are fun for its time. But I don't have any attachment to them, nostalgia based around them. So it's hard for me to. Yeah. David Nevin is the original Casino Royale comedy with Woody Allen in it. Right. I haven't seen that one either. I only paid attention to the canon, or I guess it's canon. Is it canon? I don't even know. The mainline Bond films. I would have to rewatch Fallout and Rogue Nation to give you an honest ranking. They kind of blend together for me. Ghost Protocol is the best to the worst. See, again, I honestly can't remember what happened in any of those movies. It's been so long since I've actually seen them. They're not something that, You Guys Are Nuts. Dead Reckoning is a great Mission Impossible movie. I agree. I don't know who's saying bad stuff about Mission Impossible or Dead Reckoning. But like, I can't remember what happened in all those. Memento is your favorite Nolan movie? Oh, dude, that movie is really good. It's good to catch you live. Good to see you, Crystal. Good to see you. I still need to see Tenet. Tenet sucked, Tenet is decent, but the audio is atrocious. Yeah. To me, Tenet is an interesting movie, but it's not a great movie. It's just not great. I don't think it sucked. To me, that's like, oh, that was a complete waste of time. I don't think it was a waste of time. I want to watch it again. But man, and some of the shots, technically, again, it's one of those things, right? Technically, the sound, the visuals, amazing. Acting's pretty good across the board. The only thing that doesn't work is that the story doesn't quite click. And that's one of the most important things. By the way, that's writers, everybody. Anyway, Christopher Nolan wrote that, right? Or it's his story. So the movie doesn't quite work on that level, but it is fun to watch. I mean, some of that stuff, I was like, just the trailer, I was like, holy crap, man, that looks amazing. So, I mean, I get when people say it's just completely terrible, but I don't think it's terrible. I just don't think it's great. So, I've heard Oppenheimer is nothing but really loud music even during the talking scenes. Yeah, Ted, I don't think so. There are scenes where the music is louder, and again, I didn't have any problems with the sound mix when it came to Oppenheimer. There was one comment that said that he also had trouble listening or hearing things. And then Chris Stuckman in his review said that he could only understand 75% of the dialogue, which that's a lot. That's a lot to miss out on, in a movie like this. But I had no problems and enjoyed it immensely. The thing that I will say is that and you've probably heard about this, but I'm not going to go into details. There is nudity in the movie, and I don't think it fits. I'm one of those people, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Nudity can be part of the storytelling. Sure, you could say a couple of shots made sense. The rest of it was like, why is this happening? So it's a strange choice. And considering it's Christopher Nolan's first movie with nudity in it, it's a little strange. But I thought Oppenheimer is, I don't think it's my movie of the year. I think that's still Across the Spider-Verse, right? Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, right? The recent Spider-Verse movie. I think it's Across. That is my number one. Holy crap, I love that movie. Oppenheimer probably, in fact, Oppenheimer may not beat Dead Reckoning for me. But Oppenheimer is really, really good. And it leaves you with like, okay, I need to think about that. It's a good movie. I think. It's my personal opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with the sound and all that stuff. But yeah, holy crap, so far behind. Squiggles! I'm so far behind. I know this is a hard question, but what is your favorite film of all time? Favorite film of all time? That's really tough. To me, that's The Desert Island. You know, what movie could you watch over and over till the end of time? Probably one of the best movies of all time. Probably Shawshank. But that's not I want to watch that. You know what I mean? But it is, find a flaw. I don't know if that movie has any flaws. That movie's fantastic. For me, oh God, man, that's tough. That is tough. It may be, because it's all dependent on mood too, you know? Because some days I could probably say Jaws. And then some days I go Pulp Fiction. Or Empire Strikes Back. Or, I don't know, Shaun of the Dead. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, look, hey, I don't know. That's a tough one. But I don't typically think of it in those terms, think of movies in those terms. I think about top tier movies. Inception would probably be in there. The Dark Knight could probably be in there. The Godfather. Holy crap, The Godfather. Shit, Alien. My God, Alien. So yeah, that's a tough one. So there you go. Jay knows he's got free help setting up his barcade. Be there anytime he needs. Oh, Squiggles. I'm sure that will be a thing. I typed that max experience. I know I'm way behind, guys. Way behind. Oh my God. How? How did I get so far behind? Jay has not opened his barcade yet, but it's in the works for sure. Dialogue too quiet, muffled, his stupid bass noises drowning out everything. I had to watch it with subtitles, but I liked it after that. Yeah. Jay's Place. Yeah, I mean, see, yeah, 3D's nuts. Yeah. But no, I mean, it's going to be something simple like that. I think he has a name, but he hasn't told it to me, and I think he's kind of keeping it close to the chest right now. Saw Lawrence in Arabia as a final for freshman history class, a movie as a final. I passed. I love that movie. That's one of those where, like, it was part of the what do you call it? AFI Top 100, right? My wife and I were watching it. I'm watching it again. And she is completely bored. She's like, "Oh my God, this movie, how long is left?" And I'm like, "This is great. I love this." And she just doesn't she doesn't like it. She doesn't like 2001. She thinks 2001 is boring. She didn't like Citizen Kane. So I mean, it's a weird one. 3D in the bedroom, sexy. Not really. Lawrence of Arabia is one of the greatest movies ever made. Yeah. Lawrence of Arabia. That's a long movie. That could be my desert island movie because there's so much to enjoy. Bond is your top 3 of all Bonds. Again, hey, I'm surprised you're not getting canceled for that one. Back to the Future. Oh my God, yeah. See, Back to the Future doesn't have quite that nostalgia for me. I mean, of course, I was 9 years old when that movie came out. Saw it that summer. In theaters. Love it. But to me, Ghostbusters. I know this is one of these things that I might see my subs drop by saying this. I think Ghostbusters is better than Back to the Future. The first movies. If you're talking series, Back to the Future probably win. But just those first movies, I think Ghostbusters. I'd rather watch Ghostbusters than Back to the Future. I know it. But I love Ghostbusters. Brosnan is Irish. If he was Welsh, he would be British. See, I didn't know that. Favorite video I made. Oh my God. I don't know. Because I don't think of my own stuff in that context, you know? Like, I mean, I know the video that's got me the most views, and that's not my favorite video, for sure. In fact, probably one of my favorite videos was that first fan edit video that I did, where I was kind of talking about why fan edits are fun, but why they should never, in most cases, in almost all cases, they shouldn't replace the original movie. I enjoyed that, thinking about that. I enjoyed the research, not research, but I guess it's research. What do you call it? The process. But then again, just regular reviews I love doing because I like learning about, too, the Blade Runner video was really fun because I read so much stuff to prepare for that video. And that one was just fun. It was just a fun video to do. So yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can answer that one. Do you know some countries won't get to see Florence Pugh's boobs as they CGI'd clothes on her? Yes. But that's only, I don't know if that's it. It'd be interesting though. It'd be interesting if the scenes, which ones they choose to do that for. I don't know. The review I saw the guy showing was all messed up, really loud, and they didn't play it in the correct ratio to screen sets. Yeah, but see, you can't judge the movie on that, on the theater screwing it up. I mean, there were many cases this weekend where the IMAX projectors broke so that people didn't get to finish watching the movie, or they had to come back and watch it again and all that kind of stuff. That definitely puts a damper on that first experience watching the movie. So yeah, but I wouldn't judge the movie on that. 31. 31, that can't be. You're telling me I'm 27 minutes behind? I don't think so. But yeah, I didn't mind the nudity either. I just don't think it was necessary. You know? I thought you would have gone for the bitch starring Joan, what's her name? Dynasty, right? Joan Rivers? No, not Joan Rivers. Oh, what's her name? I think I know what you're talking about. And that's definitely not it. You do also think the nudity wasn't needed? I mean, again, it has to be part of the story. It's just like most action scenes I shouldn't say that. Some action scenes are just action for the sake of action. They don't drive the story forward. Once you get okay, we're racing from this point to this point, it starts to break down. The story breaks down. The John Wick movies are one of those cases where the action is the point. And in that case, it works. But when you're trying to tell a story and then you stop to do a 10-minute whatever, it starts to drag the storytelling down. And that's a problem. So to me, the nudity in this case was like, I don't understand why they were nude. Why? You like The Green Mile better? I mean, look, they're both Stephen King stories. They're both fantastic. But I think Shawshank is so good. I love Green Mile though too. Never watched all The Godfather at once. Oh man. I've watched I don't think I've watched all of them at once, but I definitely have seen the first movie more than once all the way through. Multiple times. I got to see Larry of Arabia on a big screen in a fancy old cinema a few years ago. A few years ago. Spoiler, it ruled. I bet it did. That sounds awesome. Blue Mile's better than Green Mile. Not as good as Orange Mile. Thanks, Cosma. I can't believe none of you have said Howard the Duck. No. And Bonobo Juice, welcome. Ghostbusters 84 rules. It really does. It's really good. It's really good. I'm colonial across the pond. Yeah, see, I'll tell you right now, that's where I get confused because there are many different names for things. And I'm an idiot from Texas and I don't understand. I don't understand where when is it proper to use this name versus this name versus this name? I don't know. Maybe when Leon's here, when he comes back, if he comes back, I don't know. But if he does come back, maybe he ought to learn me all that stuff because I don't know. Favorite year for film? Oh wow, Joan Collins. Yeah, not Joan Rivers. Big difference. Favorite year for film? God, that's wow, man. Daniel, you're bringing your favorite film is the Lord of the Rings films. Yeah, but see that's which one? That's why I didn't pick that because I could have said Fellowship of the Ring, but the story together is. I mean, come on. You know I'm a fan of that. Look at all that Tolkien. Look at all that. And there's more down there. Look, all of that's Tolkien. There's Tolkien up there. Okay, these squares, right? There's a square up here that you can't see. Packed. There's multiple books in there. You know I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings. Next film, name the idiot from Texas. Not bad. Texas, yeah. Return of the King is my overall favorite. Yeah, for me it's Fellowship. It's been Fellowship. I will say this though. I recently did a reread of Two Towers. And Two Towers was the reason why I stopped reading it once a year like Christopher Lee does or did. Because the Two Towers bored the hell out of me. I enjoyed it so much this time because I have the context of a lot of the rest of Middle Earth. And there's so many little things that just made me go, oh, ooh, ooh. I loved it. I really, really loved it. And for the longest time, I didn't like the Rohan or the Rohirrim. I didn't like them. I now really, really like them. So it's definitely better. Return of the King, to me, is good. It's good. But Fellowship is where I just love Fellowship. I love how far you go in that movie. There's so much that happens. It's so good. So, anyway. Alien hearings coming up in Congress. Ted, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. By the way, for those of you who got here late, Adventures in Game Chasing, if you didn't know it, is on Tubi, is on Amazon, and on Apple TV now. So, just saying. Just saying. It's now available in stereo, but it's still available. There's no books anywhere or movies. That's all CGI. Really? Just kidding. I know you're kidding. So, but that's cool though. Like if you want to watch it on Tubi, if you haven't seen the movie yet and you want to, you can watch it on Tubi right now for free. Or you can buy a digital copy or rent a copy. So there you go. That's some good CGI right there. Well, you see there's Northern Ireland, then there's the Republic of Ireland, then there's West Ireland, which is also known as Boston. Don't mess with the Rohan, exactly. Tolkien Square sounds like a UK TV show from 1974. But you know what I mean, the square. In my IKEA bookcase. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's pretty funny though. And tonight on Tolkien Squares. Leon loves it when I do a British accent. Don't mess with the Rohan or the Lowen. I said it right. There's an amusing interview where Cillian Murphy gets annoyed at an interviewer who tries calling him British a couple times whilst Tom Hardy is trying to give "Don't Call the Irish British" eyes. Yeah. It's too much. I just don't know enough. I need to learn. Fancy CGI. We'll see if it's available in the UK, Adventures in Game Chasing. So I will say that it's part of the plan that once they're available here in the US, then it will start making its way to the other stuff. Because we have an aggregator, which basically is give me the movie. Okay, so now I'm going to put it out to all this stuff. That's what's happening right now. Supposedly, we've done all the things necessary to be in other countries as well. But I don't know. We didn't know that it was on Tubi. I think it was somebody in Billy's Whatnot stream that said, "Hey, it's available on Tubi now." And then I looked it up and was like, "Holy crap, it's on iTunes too." So I don't know how that works, but hopefully, yeah, it'd be cool if you were able to see it there too. Saw the first third of the movie, enjoying so far. Finally had a little time to get the movie in. Cubs logo on the ship, right? Going worldwide. I mean, kind of already worldwide, you know? In fact, I think I can let me see if I can do this. Yeah, look. I can change my country. So, UK. There you go. Okay, get out of here. No, turn all that off. Save settings. It says it's available on Amazon and Apple TV. In the UK. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Canada. Apple TV. Where else could we look at? Mexico. Tubi. That's actually really kind of cool. I gotta say. Does it have, let me change back to US. Wait. Australia. Apple TV. That's cool. So there you go. That's the Mozambique stand up. Let's see. Does Mozambique have? Holy crap, it's available in Mozambique. Wow. That's very cool. I didn't know that was a thing. But there you go. Available now. Can you watch it in China? Well, I don't know. I guess Just Watch doesn't have all of those other countries. Guess I missed the UFO talk. Oh, no, you haven't. We haven't even started yet. Cillian Murphy on the Calm app is a treasure, crossing Ireland by train. Basically, historically, we stole their land and tried to starve the country. It's not good history. Anyway. Yeah, there's no UFO talk yet. I do want to mention a couple of things while we're talking about different stuff, right? Just a reminder for those of you in the United States, the 50% off the Criterion Collection ends on Friday. So if you've been waiting, you've got a few days to do it. So yeah, go to barnesandnoble.com and buy your movies and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff. Look at there's the Bruce Lee collection. There's the Infernal Affairs collection. Citizen Kane, Double Indemnity, which I just bought. 12 Angry Men, which I own. I think I own on Blu-ray. I don't know. I can't remember. But that's a great movie. 12 Angry Men is amazing if you haven't seen that. Yeah. So yeah. And then of course all the Kurosawa films like Seven Samurai. Come on. Now here's another thing that I will just, hey, a little tip for you. This is what I do. If there's a movie that I'm like, I've heard a lot about that, but I don't know if I want to spend $20 or $25 to buy the Blu-ray, I'll go watch it on HBO Max if it's available. Or I use Just Watch and I go look and see if it's available. So yeah. There you go. Just watched a video on all the official releases about aliens since the New York Times article in 2017. There has been a lot. Do I listen to UFO podcasts? Keith, no. And the reason is I basically don't listen to podcasts like mostly at all. I just don't. I don't do a lot of driving now. Because of, I'm basically doing stuff at home. So I don't have I don't want to just sit there and listen to things. Because I can't do anything if I'm doing something while I'm trying to listen to a podcast, I won't retain any of it. So, yeah. I just won't. So, yeah, I just don't listen to them for that purpose because every now and then I'll see okay, I'll give you an example. If Bill Burr's on Joe Rogan, I'm watching that. I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to watch it. That's fun. But other than that, I mean, I typically just don't make time for podcasts. But I know there's some great ones out there. Some great ones. Fade to Black and Christina Gomez are good channels for UFO stuff. There you go. There you go. Now, real quick, I wanted to point this out, and this is just one of these personal things. Just wanted to point this out. Again, not sponsored or anything like that, okay? But Blu-ray.com, you can go on here and you can see the deals. Every Tuesday and Friday, they refresh the deals on like iTunes, Amazon, Vudu, and all these different places. All these different stores up here that you see up there. Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, Microsoft Store, Prime, Vudu, Walmart, Best Buy, Steam. And a lot of those are going to be through Movies Anywhere. Like if you buy it on iTunes, it'll be available on Amazon and Vudu and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, there's some great deals this week. Look at that. The Godfather trilogy in 4K, by the way, for $20 digitally. That's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, there's some good movies here. All right. But I wanted to point out this one right here. Kingdom of Heaven. Kingdom of Heaven right in the center for $4.99. This includes all 3 versions of the movie. Now, technically, the director's cut and the roadshow cut are really, it's the director's cut plus an overture and I think an intermission. But music and all that is going on. That's the only difference between the director's cut and the roadshow cut. Anyway, the director's cut is insane. And if you want to know why I'm so into Ridley Scott, it's mostly because of that set, the $4.99. It's got on iTunes, it's got all of the special features, all the commentaries, all the documentaries and stuff done by Charles de Larzarica. I always have troubles getting his name out, but it's insane. The documentary is like 4 hours long, and it is fascinating to watch the process of how this movie got made. The reasons that they had to cut an hour out of the movie to get it to be put out in theaters. And then it didn't make any sense because they took out so much stuff that the movie just didn't work. The director's cut comes out and they say, okay, if this movie had been released this way, it would be up for Best Picture. It is an insanely good movie. And if you would rather have it on Blu-ray, there's the ultimate edition with all the special features and all that stuff for $10.89. Bam. I'm just putting that out there because I love that movie, and I'm probably going to be reviewing it fairly soon because Ridley Scott Review-a-thon, y'all. But anyway. So basically, look, I'm giving you all the goods. Just Watch. Just Watch is a great tool to see where movies are available. You just, hey, what about 12 Angry Men? Is it anywhere? 12 Angry Men. Bam. Look at all those places where you can stream it, all the places where you can rent it and buy it digitally. Bam. Great movie. You haven't seen that one, get on it. But I love that. And then of course I do the iTunes because I'm an iTunes guy, but then I click over here on Amazon and then you can choose, what are the recent 4K Blu-ray deals? Bam. So it gives you it's just awesome. And you can see where the deals are. It's cool. It's a cool site. So there you go. Bam. Anyway. It's not TV, it's HBO. Hey, look, HBO Max or Max, there's a lot of Criterion content on there. So if there's anything that you wanting to see, I'm telling you, and you want to see it, then yeah, do that. Do that. Sean Ryan on YouTube has a 3-episode series on the UFO whistleblowers. Crazy stuff. Now, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Leaving work and heading to McDonald's, then home. I don't understand what's going on with McDonald's, with me and McDonald's right now. Because for whatever reason, I don't know why, I just want McDonald's. I want a quarter pounder. I want French fries. I want a Diet Coke. What is it about McDonald's that just it makes me addicted? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But lately, that's the way it's been. Is Sean Ryan... Hold on, I'm looking him up here. Okay, no, I haven't seen this. Or maybe I have.
Everybody
Hey. Is that the same guy that you posted the other day? It is the same guy. Okay, well then never mind. I have watched one of those. McDowell's. Want to rewatch Kingdom of Heaven. First thought I didn't like. Guess I was expecting another Gladiator. That movie, seriously, it's a really, really good movie. Really, really good movie. Okay? It's just awesome. And I've never watched the director's cut. Same with Batman v Superman. But like I watched the extended cut. I never watched the theatrical cut. But the theatrical cut was so bad that people were like, I mean, it got like a 35 or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes. Totally understand it. But I'm telling you, I love the director's cut. And I mean, I've watched the Roadshow cut too, but it's like I said, it's just an overture and an intermission. It's great. Great stuff. Love it. Favorite book. Well, I'll tell you. I mean, of course, I'm a Tolkien fan. I'm also a Stephen King fan. And my favorite singular Stephen King book is The Stand. I love that book. But if you want to look at, I will say this, that the first time reading the Harry Potter series is probably the most rewarding reading experience I've ever had. And this is not knowing what was going to happen because the movies weren't out yet. I don't know if you can do that now. So many people know what happens and who dies and things like that. But the book that I own the most copies of, The Hobbit. I own so many copies of The Hobbit, it's ridiculous. I think I did a tally recently. Let me see. Tolkien list. I own... Okay, I haven't updated this because I totally own more copies than that. In fact, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So, yeah, I own like 10 copies of The Hobbit. But The Stand is my favorite Stephen King. That's tough. That's tough. And I don't usually do that. Like, a lot of people love to rank things and best to worst and all that stuff. I typically don't do that because it's hard for me to think in those terms. Because like the Bond movies, take Roger Moore out of it, I see a lot of like the same character in different situations. With books, I just love all books. Like, you know, gosh, got Dune down there. Got 1776. That's a great book. Like, how do you judge that? You know? I don't know. I'm just looking at all my books and thinking, it's probably got to be oh my God, there's more Tolkien down there. But yeah. Yeah. 1883 is awesome, by the way. I saw it, Ted. It is a good show. It is a good show. Sean Ryan, the guy who made the shield. No, I don't think so. What did I think of that video? It was eye-opening, scary, and man, it got like, I know this is going to be one of those things that people go, really, dude? That's how you... It's kind of like I hear different, like a repetitive sound. I try to make a song out of it. When I hear of a real life story, I picture the movie version of that occurrence or that event. So yeah, when I was listening to that guy tell that story, I was sitting there visualizing it and going, this could make a hell of a movie. So that's just, it was insane. Yeah, it was really, it was entertaining. I mean, again, entertaining, a good conversation. Yes, the director's cut's so much better than the theatrical. Yes. Rob, thanks for watching things people recommend or post. Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. I assume that we all have a lot of, I mean, the reason that we're all here, right? That I'm here and the reason that you guys are here listening to me yap is because we have similar tastes in certain things. Not everything, right? I mean, Dune is definitely a point of contention for some people. That's fine. But I would assume that if you're posting it, then it might be something that I might find interest in. Like I loved holy crap, if you haven't read Bonobo Juice's story, his ghost story, cool. It was like I love that stuff. So yeah, man, and then I keep track of the things that you guys recommend. And if and when I get the chance, I check it out. So yeah. Thank you for recommending things. Right? By the way, I mean, some of you guys are in the Discord, you know about this, but for like 2 weeks, the cannoli captain or whatever didn't make it to it never won. I tried it, and it is god awful. It is trash. It is trash can liquid. It is effing disgusting. It's just gross. I don't know why I don't just say it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I could just say it. I think it's because, oh, by the way, it was disgusting. 2 streams ago, I got a limited ad revenue thing. I don't know what that means. I don't know why. It doesn't tell me why. It just says, this is what it says. This video may earn limited or no ad revenue due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. We use a combination of automated systems and human reviews to detect violations of our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. It remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium. And it just says the reason is restrictions, ad suitability. I don't even know what that means. Like, what does that mean? What did I do? Was it because of the vaping stuff? I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. It has to be the vaping. They must have seen, like I must have blown a big they're like, oh, why is the screen white? Oh, it's because he's blowing big fat dank clouds. And that's not, I don't know. Did I curse a lot? I don't know. That's another thing. If you curse, if it's almost like PG-13, you know, you can get away with one F word. But if you do more than one, typically it just automatically becomes an R. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Stop the dank cloudage. Make me. Now let's see. Let's see what happens. I want to... Let's see what happens if it does that. That was kind of funny. And it looked kind of cool. But who knows? Who knows? God, I need to drink more water. Or tea, in this case. Yeah, 1883 was great. 1923, I hadn't seen the whole thing. And it's not that it's bad. I'm back. Sorry about that. Good news. Adventures in Game Chasing is on Apple in the UK. I had to search for it, found it, and bought it for £6. So happy about that. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy it. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it or not at this point. But if you haven't, enjoy. Hope you enjoy it. And watch out for me at, like 6 different places in the movie. Some of them are just my legs. You can just see my feet. Or, in fact, I don't want to say anything. Just in case people haven't seen it yet. Because I think there's one appearance that's kind of like, oh, I didn't know. Yeah. It's fun. I hope you like it. Antarctic guy whistleblower is really scary. All the tech Raytheon has, earthquake machines, direct energy weapons. Okay, what? What's that video? By the way, just a reminder, historic UFO hearing is tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Tomorrow. So I don't know how that's going to go, but you can watch it live. Yeah. So here's this website. I'm just going to put this in the thing. Not Gary, what's going on? Yeah, totally. Carbonite, totally. But yeah, there you go. Oh, there's that. And of course, look at that. Bam. It's just, dude, look, I know it's one of those things. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool. The movie's on Tubi and Apple TV and all that stuff. It's cool. Anyway, that was just a smoky scene transition. Oh, okay. Next time someone talks during the movie, take a huge puff and blow vape in their face. Yeah, I don't typically take my vape inside, and if I do, I don't like drawing attention at all, so I'll put it like in my pocket or whatever. I'll hide it. But yeah. It's going better now that you're here, not Gary Buccio. Hey. For the craziest UFO story, check out Corey Good and his documentary Above Majestic. It's free on YouTube. Above Majestic, IMDb. There it is. Okay, what? The Secret on September 10th, 2000. What? On September 10th, 2001, Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld announced that $2.3 trillion. This is one of those things where some people, like if I was on Facebook right now, it would say, "Oh, well, this hasn't been," Anyway, Rumsfeld announced that $2.3 trillion could not be accounted for within the Department of Defense expenditures. The next day, the Pentagon's budget analyst's office was destroyed. Interesting. Well, I've got that. I've got, okay, there's Above Majestic, and there's another one. Where's my watch list? Dude, I've got so much stuff. Above Majestic. Ted. Milich. And then what's the other one? I think it's from yesterday. Was this yesterday? By the way, I am going to be on Operation Evil again. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to happen, but that's happening soon. Okay. Moment of Contact, which is on Tubi, I believe, right? Yeah, it's on Tubi. Moment of Contact is one that I was recommended to me. I say to me when I was watching Christian Harloff the other day. He talked about this show, so I'm going to be watching this too. Moment of Contact, and that is Christian Harloff. I take notes just in case I forget where. I'm like, okay, why do I have this in my list? I need to know why. It's a crazy story. Love Tubi. The only time I've watched Tubi, I just get ads throughout the stuff and it irritates me because I'm not an ad guy. I mean, a lot of people will say, hey, it's free, it's no big deal. But for some reason, it's like, okay, if I can watch the movie in a place where there's no ads, I would rather pay for for a complete experience instead of having it broken up by ads. In this case, yeah, I mean, I'll check it out. So I've got it on there. And right now, man, seriously, I'm UFO nuts right now. So nuts. Not Gary is such a good guy, isn't he? Everybody? He's probably like, shut up. I don't want that attention. But yeah. We need to do another hangout, but this weekend is nuts. And I don't know how things are gonna, because I got a podcast Friday night. I've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem preview Saturday. And then Sunday, we're probably going to be doing some Game Chaser stuff. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is, if you're looking forward to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem review, it's going up Saturday night because I'm going to go watch it. So I'm excited for it. And you know why I'm excited? Not only does the movie look like it's going to be a lot of fun, but good old Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross are doing the score, and I am pumped. I heard a 4 or 5 minute little like sample, and I'm like, it's going to be good. I'm excited. Anyway. Moment of Contact is a good one too. See, I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. I watched that about the UFO crash in Brazil. See, I don't know. I haven't seen any of this stuff. See, for a while, and this is why I think it's important that the government do something. And, feel free to chime in here, okay? But the way that I look at it is that there's so much noise out there. There's so many people that just want to get the views. It's kind of like when you see a video of say a video game guy, and his thumbnail has Barbie on it. Like, dude, you didn't care about Barbie until now. Now that it's trending, now you're excited and you want to jump on the bandwagon, try to get some views. It's the same thing with the UFO stuff. There's so much crap out there that it's hard to wade through the nonsense to get to the good stuff, to get to the meat, right? That's what I want. I want meat. I just walked into that one through just without thinking. But anyway, I want the meat of the stuff, right? So, yeah. What I'm trying to say is I'm really excited to see if the government will release some of this stuff, because it's going to open a lot of people's eyes. And what was the thing that I read? Man, it was something that made me go, Oh, and it's a variation of an idea, but the way that they put it was really interesting. So basically, we were colonized, or we just like Prometheus in a way, but we were basically, this is an experiment. And it's like, don't you find it weird that this is life on this planet? I mean, sure, we have some, nature is showing its ass to us right now, but there's a lot of situations where it's perfectly comfortable here for humans and for the life on this planet. But a lot of other things have to be perfect for life to exist on this planet. Namely, the distance of the planet from the sun or a star in any star system. The amount of greenhouse gases and everything that help, life create here, to help life flower, I guess you could say, in the ocean, which leads to, evolution, and the radiation from the sun does things. And it's like, there's all of these things that have to be perfect for life to exist. And it's perfect on this planet. What if we were just put here, right? And it's an interesting thought that I I've heard before. But it was, if we are this big experiment, what's the end game? What's the, is there a point? Or is it like, like a science experiment and we're just there? Foods. I don't know. It's interesting. It's just an interesting conversation to have. And it's one of those things that will shake the plot of Prometheus. Come on. Yeah, but that's not a new concept. That is an idea that has been around for a very, very, very long time. That could some say we're being harvested. But I think more than that, I think it's like an experiment. But I don't know. I like that stuff. I like thinking about, it's like all the things that you're not supposed to ask, and the things that a lot of people will go, man, what is with you? What is with you, boy? Don't you understand? We got grass to mow and we got all kinds of stuff to do. What the hell are you sitting there thinking about aliens for? It's just, there's a lot of people out there that don't take the time to think about the things that are outside the norm. I mean, just the fact that we look up, you lose focus on the world when you look up and wonder, and that's beautiful. So anyway, I don't want to get too like new age or anything like that. I'm just trying to say it's something that's always interested me. And when somebody breaks my brain a little bit going, hey, what if it's this? And I go, hey, interesting. Wait, whoa. Okay, wait. What the hell happened? When the guy goes back to the scene of the UFO, he breaks down big time in Moment of Contact. Dude, I can't. I'm gonna watch it. In fact, I might watch it tonight. I'm not an ad guy. Who do I look like? John Hamm? What? I'll be in the Hamptons this weekend? What are y'all talking about? Did you hear about UPS striking tomorrow? What? No. UPS is striking? What? UPS strike. Aircraft maintenance workers at UPS have voted overwhelmingly to authorize a strike. Wow. Teamsters represented UPS employees voted to authorize a strike after July 31st if the two sides didn't reach an agreement. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Government tells you what you need to know. Most people are too stupid to learn the truth. Yeah, but it's weird. It's a situation that as I've gotten older, I used to think a lot like that. Like I'd just say, why is everybody so freaking dumb? And just, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. There's some dumb people out there. Okay. But I think the way that it's a systemic thing that life in this country, any country with systems in place, it keeps you so busy that you don't have the time. You don't take the inclination. You're so busy trying to make it that you don't think about all the crazy stuff that's going on. And it's like, I mean, it's something Bill Hicks used to say, is like, he's like, you're so busy with your 9-to-5 job. You're so busy, picking up your 12-pack of beer for the night and you're getting home in time. And again, I'm not judging, but it's like these things that just kind of keep you so locked into the system that you don't think to break out, and you don't think about how the government may be, I don't know, screwing you. You might be screwed with different taxes or whatever. And it's like, you might have an inkling about it and you go, yeah, that sucks. It sucks that this is happening. But then you kind of just move on because you don't have the time to seek it out. I've always been one of those people that when other people are getting locked into their little routines, oh, I'm going to go drinking tonight. Okay, it's fun. Oh, I'm going to go do this and that, blah, 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 blah. I'm at home, thinking about the universe. I've just always been that way. And I watch movies a lot. But I don't know. Like, what was it was a funny thing on Switched On, where it was like, I made the joke. I was like, boy, how do you have so much time to think? And that's what it is. It's like, I've always been that guy, like spending, 2 hours just kind of staring off into space. They're like, well, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm thinking about stuff. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is, I don't think people are stupid. I think the government keeps you so busy that you don't question things. And they push certain things to maybe prevent you from thinking clearly. Anyway, we're about to meet our cosmic cousins. All I can say is, I hope so. I mean, both Bucho and Bonobo Juice and Cosmic can all say that, yes, I've been that guy that's been like, let's get off the freaking planet, man. Let's go. Let's go. Get the UFOs down here. I've been saying it for years. So yeah, I'm excited. The responders to the Brazil crash that saw everything are gone. We're all just a giant TV show for the aliens? Maybe. I've always thought that, like, just like, we have kids who get into trouble, 16, 17-year-olds, driving around on a Friday night, getting into trouble, causing some mayhem. What if some of these UFO sightings are just dumbass alien kids running around on a Friday night and going, oh shit, we got caught, or, oh man, we shouldn't have buzzed the Pentagon or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know. Definitely smart to be as skeptical of YouTubers posting dramatic vid stories of UFO malarkey as it is to be skeptical of the government, but the wild UFO claims are so much more fun. I mean, true, but I like the meat. I like the really, really good stuff, you know what I mean? And like, I couldn't believe, in fact, one of you guys mentioned David Fravor. I'm telling you, that was like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff I want to hear. I want to hear from these guys. Interesting stuff. Ideas by crazy people who collect their own picks and poo and wear tinfoil hats. Yeah, see, I don't want any of that. I don't care about any of that. Because it to me, it muddies the water. I want it to be clear. I let my stomach decide what to order and I regret it. It's way too much to eat. Quarter pounder, 2 McDoubles, basket of fries, and 20 nuggets. Oh my God. That's a lot of food. Yeah, yesterday I had a quarter pounder and a medium fry and a Diet Coke, and it was great. It's awesome. They had a pretty good video of a UFO in Texas just the other day. Forget what town, maybe Killeen? Killeen. That's not too far away from me. Wait a minute. Hold on. UFO Killeen. 2012. Get out of here with your freaking cookies, man. Dude, I'm telling you, the UFOs, what is it called? UFOs Investigating the Unknown. In that one, there was one in Stephenville, like not too long ago. Stephenville's like an hour and a half away from me. That story was cool. But here's the picture from Killeen, Texas, November 2012. Video featuring 4 bright lights in the sky gradually disappearing one by one, and multiple witnesses discussing it in real time was uploaded to YouTube in November 2012 and apparently captures a UFO in Killeen, Texas. Bam. I mean, that's cool. What's next? See, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's one of the things that and look, this is the skeptic in me thinking, is like, why is there so much so many people talking about this stuff and so many people thinking about it, and the videos that we get look like they were shot on a potato, right? Why is that a thing? Why? But then again, I was thinking, you know what? I saw an amazing video the other day of a meteorite, right? With the big green flash and all that kind of stuff. It's like, man, that's really cool. I saw one just like that. Had my phone on me, didn't have it ready. That's why. You just don't have it ready, you know? Oh, I'm not an ad guy. John Hamm played an ad guy on Mad Men. Gotcha. Holy crap, am I behind again? I am. I'm way behind. Favorite actor? You know what's funny? Is I've done a lot of putting on the shelf. There's a lot of Johnny Depp movies on that shelf. A lot of Tom Cruise movies too. That's tough. So many good actors. I'll never say no to an Ewan McGregor movie. It may be Ewan McGregor. I have a lot of Ewan McGregor movies too. Love that guy. Does say they reached an agreement to avert strike. Oh, okay. Yeah, Bill Hicks in the podcast age would have been interesting, man. Because he had some out there ideas, but he also was like, again, I love comedians that you're laughing your butt off, and then you go, wait a minute. He's onto something. I love that. I think that's great. Federal taxes are voluntary. I mean, that's definitely a thought. Jackie Chan. You guys love your Jackie Chan. I love Jackie Chan too, but he's not like top. I mean, I love Bruce Lee. To me, Bruce Lee is. But again, it's one of those things where, it's like you look at Timothy Dalton versus Daniel Craig. Which one's higher? I think Timothy Dalton could have been a better Bond than Daniel Craig was. But he only had 2 movies. So maybe that's how your judging is, because Jackie Chan has so many great movies. I don't know. And then made the jump over to US films and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how you're judging it. But like for me, Bruce Lee is like, that's holy crap, talent. But I get it. I love Jackie Chan. You seem aliens will be friendly. Who knows? Well, here's the thing. I just know that there's a lot of people that live by a lot of, and again, don't want to piss anybody off here, but our world, there's a lot of BS in the world based off of some dogmatic laws. And I would love to see a lot of those people be shaken up by that. And I'd like to see the world change for the better. Again, it's the thing that I've said before. It's a thing that I believe. I believe every person on this planet, we have more in common than we give credit for. And if aliens existing and UFOs existing and all that stuff being real unites people, then that's what I want. I wish that we could see that. But like I said, I talked about it on one of these past streams where it's like the systemic thing where we were taught at a very young age to compete against other groups of people, whatever group that may be. A lot of some people grow up with the racial divide. I didn't grow up with that. And maybe it's, I don't know what it is. But it was, for me, it was the city, right? Because there was Grand Prairie High School and South Grand Prairie High School. My sister went to South. And so at a very young age, I'm going to the football games and go to the pep rallies where they'd have the Grand Prairie High School, the Gophers, right? Have their what do you call it? Mascot there. And it's a big piñata and they're beating the crap out of it. And everybody's screaming, yeah, beat them, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, aren't these the same guys that on Sunday when we're watching the football game, we got people coming over from the north side of town? So we're supposed to hate them on Friday night for the football game. But then Sunday night when the Cowboys are playing, we're all on the same team. I don't get it. I don't understand why all these separations. You know? I just don't get it. And it's a simple thing. But if you start to look for it, you see Democrat, Republican, the Texas Rangers versus the whoever. And it's like all of these ways that we put ourselves into these little buckets and these little labels. And those labels don't mean anything. So if we could have something like an alien come to the planet and go, you know what, y'all are all the same to me. Y'all are all the same. Doesn't matter. And then maybe we would all see that maybe those differences that we supposedly have don't really matter at all. You know, I like brunettes. So if somebody likes blondes, are we going to fight or something? No. But everything should be that trivial. The differences that we have are that trivial. I like Whataburger. Oh yeah, well I like In-N-Out. Right, let's fight. You know, no. You just go, okay, cool. You like that, I like this. No big thing. Every difference in the world is that. It's kind of like I'm sure, I don't know if you've heard this. I don't know if this is a thing. Like that's heard everywhere. Don't sweat the small stuff, right? It's all small stuff. There's so much stuff that we get so involved in as humans that's like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Just be nice to each other. Be cool, you know? I don't know. I like the meat. Now there's a t-shirt. Sorry. So anyway, aliens may be friendly. They may be here to destroy the planet or to just wipe us out so they can have it. But we don't know, do we? We won't know until it happens. Let's get on with it. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to spoil Moment of Contact, so I won't say any more, but most of the witnesses are still alive. I'm going to watch it. Okay, I'm so far behind. Kids driving around with their iPods and Go-Gurt packets. Ugh, I love it. You kids with your... That's what it reminds me of. Like those damn kids with their crossbows and their catapults. Yes, love it. They've been coming around since at least the 40s and haven't done anything overtly bad. True. And that's the weird thing about like the Colleen's close. But that's the thing about the argument that we're worried about air traffic. Maybe it's because we haven't seen where it really has had an effect on. I don't know. I want to know more. That's all. I want to know more. I was skeptical to the David Fravor interview on Rogan. Yep. Wouldn't you text and shoot at the aliens? Please don't shoot at the aliens. They might be here to pick me up. That's Bill Hicks, by the way. No, he says it's the way he does it. He goes, let the aliens land, please. They might be here to pick me up. Anyway. It's all on Facebook. Weatherman posted it. It could be completely wrong and being clean. Oh, well, I mean, I think a lot of sightings are ARVs, alien reproduction vehicles. I think that there's, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing recently, they look like meteors. So those are the lights I saw at the ranch. I feel like the highest quality video is still going to make us question if it's real or doctored. Yeah, it's true. In space. Just posted the Texas UFO video on the Discord. Unfortunately, I cannot bring Discord stuff into here without setting it up. But I kind of want to see it. Join the Discord, folks. Here. If you're curious and you're not already on the Discord, there you go. Okay, Discord just freaking open already. Come on. I'm sorry for that. That sounded terrible. Ghosts and Aliens. Oh, okay. UFO whistleblower number 2 and number 3. Dude, watching them. Yep. Gonna watch those later. In fact, I'm gonna mark this. How do you mark on red? Bam. And then close Discord, and I'll open it up later on my old iPad, and I'll watch it on there. Ewan McGregor versus Christian Bale. Who's better? Ewan McGregor. No question. Now, again, that's personal preference. I'd rather see Ewan McGregor in a movie than Christian Bale in a movie. Even though you could argue that Christian Bale has had the more success. There you go. Last time aliens appeared, Will Smith and Jeff had to save us. It's true. It's true. The Jackie Chan thing, like music or other personally beloved subjects, it's right time, right place in life, and it gets tied to nostalgia. Absolutely. Sports are stupid. I said it. Well, it's not just sports. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like that was the first example, as at a young age, where I was like, I don't understand why we're separating. Aren't they our friends? Yeah, but on Friday night, we're beating their butt. And I'm like, but why? And then I kept making that logical conclusion to everything. Like, then it was, Reagan versus Mondale back in 84. Yeah, Reagan Mondale. And this idea that this hatred for the other side. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't understand it. How different are we really? Are they aliens? Are they like, are they reptilian underneath? What's going on? Ewan McGregor versus Joaquin Phoenix. Who's better? Ewan McGregor. Versus Pauly Shore, Ewan McGregor. I see you, Bucho. You're just posting that. But divide and conquer. Exactly. The more that we can see us not united, the easier we are to manage. And I hate it. And I just think that we need to come to that conclusion that, hey, most people are pretty cool. And there's not that much difference between us. So, there you go. Blondes versus the brunettes, Thursday at 8 p.m. on ESPN. Don't miss it. If you don't chew Big Red, then F you. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. It's that simple. And there's so much of it. If you start to look at it, it's like, how many people are just playing into that? Nah, if aliens wanted to kill us, we would be a smoking charcoal pellet circling in the sun. I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. Nightbot, what's with the 2 in a row, man? I'm almost caught up, by the way. Wow. Where's the meat? Order 42. That would look great on a hoodie. Yeah, and only people that had watched the show, or mostly this show, would understand that. Ewan McGregor versus Bucho. I'll just say this. Even though we do have this, right? We do have this. But I think when somebody subscribes, I'm just going to hit this button. It's Ryan Ball, okay? There's also that. So Bucho and Ewan McGregor are equally represented on Order 42. I'm just saying. So it's hard for me to pick there. Now, who do I want to meet? I want to meet Bucho in person. Who would I want to be in a movie with me? I mean, Bucho would be cool, but it'd also be cool to have Ian McGregor. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that. But that don't make me choose. That's kind of like one of those things that, you know, my significant other tries to help me. Would you still love me if I lost my face? No, I would hate you. What? How does that even make any sense? Oh. Where's the meat? It's on the shelf. Right. I don't want to meet her. But you know what I'm saying? Every relationship I've ever been in, somebody's going to ask a question like that. Would you still love me if I, you know, blah, blah, blah? I guess maybe. All I know is that she won the ultimate version of that. Hey, if you lost your colon, I'd still love you. So there you go. There you go. That's what she said. Food. Probably why YouTube demonetized the stream. Too much alien and conspiracy theories. No, it's 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. That's the one. So I don't know. Bucho has a wingspan like Michael Jordan in the iconic poster, which I had that poster. I loved it. I want to, and I love the his quote is like, I didn't come here to be average or something like that. Dude, I love that. It's great. I want to meet Ana de Armas. I mean, that's not true. I don't see a little Ewan popping in. Oh, he was there. He was there. Bucho versus Jar Jar Binks. I mean, that's easy. It's easy. Bucho. I have to put an air tag on my face because I keep losing it. I would never go against Jar Jar. I'm not ready to take on a secret Sith Lord. Lost your colon. Joe's Retro Room. Yes. Oh. Yeah, Joe, I don't think, well, I mean, I don't know how often you come to the streams, but I have told that story. Very briefly, I'll just say this. 2014, I had emergency surgery. My large intestine ruptured. I had emergency surgery. 3 surgeries, 3 weeks in the hospital. Fast forward 3 years later, had 4 more surgeries. Almost died a couple times in there. And now we're here, but I don't have a large intestine. Most of my large intestine was removed. So, yeah. Sorry. But there's a whole video on it. But it was crazy. It was almost died. And I came out of it seeing life in a different thing. Thanks for reliving it. Well, I mean, dude. I've got a couple of videos on my channel talking about it, but it's something that has changed me. And I think for the better, which is crazy to say, but you know, being on IV, not eating for like 17 months, it changes your perspective, you know? And it makes you realize that a lot of things that I was pissed off about, a lot of things that didn't work, not really that important. So there you go. Anyway. But hey, every now and then I need to tell the story because I have to realize that there's a lot of people that just don't know that story. But there you go. I'd like to meet Haley Steinfeld. I mean, he's cutie pie. If I lost my colon, would you still take me bowling? Did you put out signs like a missing dog for your missing colon? No. Because I knew where it went. But it was, yeah, that was a rough, yeah, 2014. Real quick, I'll just tell you, 2013, October 2013, I weighed 250 pounds. Okay. Started doing mixed martial arts, lost 65 pounds in 5 months, which is way too much weight to lose that quick. Okay. Part of what happened is that, your body cavity shrinks, but your intestines don't. That's why doctors will tell you, don't, if you're going to do a new diet and all that stuff, talk to your doctor and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to lose weight too fast, because what happens is it formed a kink in my intestines. That's how all this stuff happened. Blah, 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 blah. So 250 pounds in October of 2013. 5 months later, March 2014, I weighed 185 pounds. By the end of April 2014, so a month later, I weighed 135 pounds. Almost died. It was messed up. And looking in the mirror, and I didn't recognize who was in the mirror. It was messed up. But hey, that was a long time ago, and now I'm here and doing the thing, and it's fun. So, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where when you haven't really had anything happen to you like that, you kind of go, that makes sense. But then when you live through that and you come out the other side and you go, wow, it's different on this side. It's crazy, but there you go. There you go. I'm old enough to remember typewriters. I love typewriters. I think typewriters are cool. Hey, Joe's Retro Room. I checked out a couple of your videos a weekish ago. Good stuff, man. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's cool to see. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. Very cool. Can I? That didn't work. Joe's Retro. Oh, okay. Oh, look at there. Here, let me do this. Bam. There you go. Joe's Retro Room right there. Check him out. Let's see. Videos. Look at that. Dude, a lot of your videos have more views than mine do. So there you go. And he's on a Twitch. He's Twitch too. There you go. Go check him out. Go check him out. For sure. Okay, wait. Now I got to get back over here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Got a roll, gang. Good chatterizing y'all's good catches down the line. Bucho. There's Bucho right there. Good seeing you, man. Talk soon. Sorry they got your order wrong there, Ricky. Electric typewriter. 27 years ago, slit your wrist. Did a good. Oh, wow. I had a not so similar experience a couple of years ago. About to be 44 and had an awakening about 3 years ago. Dropped 70 pounds. Wow. I went from 320 down to 195 in a year and a half, but I've gained most of it back over the last 20 years. Okay. Yeah. For me, it's thanks for the shout out. I'm blushing. Oh, no big deal, dude. No big deal. I love that. I love creating a community of people that support each other. It's just cool. I love that. So yeah, there you go. I survived. Here I am. Dark ship, but met my wife and life is good. Just old now. Well, Phil, I'm glad to hear that. Glad you came out of the other side. You literally do nothing on Twitch. Hey, I have a Twitch channel too, and I haven't streamed anything on there in 2 years now? Honestly, YouTube's been really good to me because it was an easier way. More than anything, I'll be honest with you, it's all the game chasers. They're the reason why I'm even at where I am, because he keeps shouting me out at really good times. So there you go. Drop 70 pounds though. That's it. Congratulations. Yeah. With mine, I literally just got addicted to mixed martial arts. Like in fact, I need to get back into it, but slower. But I was hit. I mean, just absolute, after a workout, absolute muscle failure. So like worn out. But then when I, got my wind back and all that stuff, I'm like, dude, I feel so powerful. I felt invincible. I could do handstands. I could kick like I'm 5'10", 5'9.5", something like that. I could kick like a 6'2" guy in the face. I was doing shit that I didn't think was even possible. And I had further to go. I mean, I wanted to get down to like 165. So I had like 20 more pounds to lose. And then I had that incident where my intestines ruptured and blew right past 165 down to 135. Now I weigh about 185 again, and I probably need to lose some weight because, hey, I just need to lose some weight. Need to tighten things up a little bit, you know what I mean? So, I'm at 280 now, but I'm 6'3", so hey. Oh, wait, 280? Hey. Kicking 6'2" guys in the face on the daily. Well, I'm just saying I could. I mean, it's not like I was fighting anybody, but I was 37 years old and seriously considering trying to see if I could do an amateur fight at one of the local fight things. I was that confident. And then I was, I was just into it. Now, I was seriously considering it. I didn't actually do it, nor did I take any jiu-jitsu classes. So if anybody knew jiu-jitsu, they would wipe the floor with me. But I mean, seriously, it's a thing that changed my life for the better. And then almost died. It's such a funny thing. It's like if I hadn't lost all that weight, I wouldn't have gone into the hospital. But if I hadn't gone into the hospital, or if I hadn't lost all the weight, I wouldn't have gone to the hospital. It wouldn't have happened. But it's also the reason why I survived. Because it taught me mental stuff, but the physical stuff as well. My body was strong and I, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So it's a weird thing. I followed you because of Game Chasers, but honestly, I love movies as much as games, so I really enjoy your insight on movies. Just watched your video about movie theater etiquette. Loved it. Yeah, that was a crazy one, wasn't it? It was fun, though. It was a fun video to do. Even though it's not exactly, it's not exactly my normal behavior anymore. See, that is a glimpse of how I used to be a lot. Like I used to be that, I wouldn't say angry, but just like really explosive about certain things. Like, man, I got an opinion and here you go. And it's like, whoa, dude. I was kind of an intense guy. So it's funny to do that again, but in a very controlled, because it's like, as soon as I was done talking about it, I was happy to be like, yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And just kind of chill out. But I'm glad you liked it though. It's fun. And for me, I just try to take a sensible look at movies, man. Because so many people these days it's either the greatest thing ever or it's the worst piece of trash and everyone should totally crap on it and it shouldn't make any money and everybody involved should lose their careers and all that kind of stuff. I'm tired of that. I'm trying to, I know there's a lot of people a lot of good review channels out there. But yeah. I'd be kicking bodybuilders and 6'4" guys in the Kumite, but we don't talk about the Kumite. We do not speak of it. Man, not Gary. If only we could see some of this Kumite stuff. You need to see the snuff film you guys shot at Black. Oh God. it's kind of, it was neat to see because I missed those days, and it was cool to see that, it's almost like, in a way, it's almost proof that yeah, I've known these guys for many, 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 many years. But man, oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad. You guys never been to a Kumite? No. I don't even know. No. Is that like Bloodsport? I'll tell you this. And this comes from the heart, okay? I got to use the restroom. So I'll be right back. Be right back, guys. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I'm guessing that's blood sports / kickboxer stuff. I guess. You're in Trouble, starring Whoopi Goldberg and Mark Lynn Baker, airs tonight on TNT. Don't miss it. I mean, how many people do you know that regularly just bring up Mark Lynn Baker out of nowhere, even though he was on Succession? But no, that was funny. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch Above Majestic or Bloodsport after this. Oh, it is Bloodsport. Okay. I'll be honest with you. Never liked him. And I think it's because, yeah, Balky's his strange cousin. Exactly. Mark Lynn Baker. But nobody talks about Mark Lynn Baker these days, is what I'm trying to say. And that's one of the reasons why Bonobo Juice always has a place here. I mean, not that I need to, say that. Of course he has a place here. But I love stuff like that where it's just like, where did that come from? I love it. I love it. But anyway, yeah, and this might, more people leaving the stream / unsubscribing, but I've never been a big Bloodsport fan. I've never been a big Jean-Claude fan. Yeah, just not my thing. Even though it's martial arts and all that kind of stuff, it's just, I don't know. Something about him. Just blasphemy, I'm out. Later all. Unsubbing. See, it's just not my thing. I think it's that mid 80s cheese that I just can't, like, No Retreat, No Surrender. Not even Hard Target. I don't even remember that one. But I tried, and it's just not. It's. Oh, Double Impact? Hell no. I don't think I ever saw Cyborg. I'm just. He doesn't have the Universal Soldier was actually pretty cool, but you had Dolph in there to kind of equal out things. But Time Cop, I don't remember that one. Street Fighter, Here's the thing. I was also in this. You have to understand, when a lot of those movies came out, I was getting older, and it wasn't cool to like that stuff. This is too much, hovering over unsub. I'm just trying to say, it's just one of those things where I was aging out a lot of that stuff. So I just didn't watch them. Just a thing. Oh, that cannoli, Captain Cannoli was disgusting, and I replaced it with the old Blueberry Hill, and it's awesome. So, just saying. There's a lot of those movies, though, in that time period. I just don't like them. I don't like a lot of them. But I don't know what to say. It's just not for me. More for you. Me and my cousin watched Van Damme or Seagal movies every weekend growing up. It's probably the Captain's Cannoli. Yeah, maybe. It was gross. You sound like Angry Joe. Who? When? When? What are you talking about? Oh, dude. Toshiro Mifune and Expendables would be awesome. But yeah, Van Damme and Seagal movies. I watched, like, one of my friends was super into Seagal movies. And was like, dude, we got to go see Under Siege. And I'm like, okay. We went and watched it. And I'm like, isn't great. And then, for whatever reason, another couple of friends, they loved, Broken Arrow. Right? John Travolta, right? It's good. I mean, it's a fun movie. It's dumb as shit, though. Come on. Let's be honest. The movie's dumb. But John Travolta's pretty cool, right? He's pretty cool. So, we watched it quite a bit. Well, what's the football player guy? Isn't he on Fox now? But he was in that movie, and then he did another one where he was a firefighter. Howie Long, yes. They were like, yo, dude, we got to go see Fire thing with Howie Long. And I'm like, wait, is he the only guy in it? And like, yeah, it's his first starring role. We went and watched it, and I'm like, this is terrible. And Eric, welcome, Eric. Good to see you. But yeah, bad. But I'm just not. I was just never a big fan of the Van Damme Seagal. All right, what's better, the Stallone Judge Dredd or the Carl Urban Dredd? I mean, come on. The Carl Urban Dredd is so good, especially in comparison to the Stallone one. That's just my opinion, but that's where I'm sticking my thing. Your movies have to be cerebral. I like that too lately. That's why I'm not into Fast and Furious and John Wick. And see, John Wick, though, I can appreciate. Again, those first three movies, I've seen them once. John Wick 4, went and watched it. I've seen it once. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's going to be one of those that I can keep watching. I don't know. Who knows? But what I will say is that it's also watching that for the technical ability and going, holy crap, these fights are amazing. The choreography in those movies is just freaking fantastic. which is fantastic. You like Stallone's movie more? What? How? How? He hates everything. Just kidding. Van Damme is an acquired taste. Yeah. So I get it. Broken Arrow is so stupid. Agreed there. It is dumb. But I still enjoy it on a certain level. I can enjoy it. Face Off, also incredibly stupid. It's just the whole thing. The concept. Oh, so you took his face and you put it on the other guy's face. Why are their bodies different now? Shouldn't their teeth be different? But no, you can't realistically do that. So you just kind of have to go, oh, well, now Nicolas Cage is John Travolta and now John Travolta is Nicolas Cage. And you just go with it and have fun, and it's stupid. But there you go. Let's see. Wait. I'm so behind all of a sudden. What happened? He hates everything. Just kidding. Oh, yeah. Know what movie isn't terrible? And in my opinion, underrated? Reign of Fire. I'll tell you what. Reign of Fire and Dearest Abby. I see you. Good to see you. But no, Reign of Fire. I've only seen it once, but I completely discounted that movie because I was so angry that... spoilers for Reign of Fire, okay? If you haven't seen Reign of Fire and you want to see it. But Matthew McConaughey is such a badass in that movie. And in the trailers, you see this really, really cool shot of him jumping off a cliff with an axe, and he's all like, "Wah!" Like that, right? And it's like, oh, dude, I got to see what happens. This is going to be awesome. And in the movie, this is what happens. And he just eats him out of the air. The dragon just eats him out of the air, and that's the end of Matthew McConaughey in the movie. And you're like, what? What? It pissed me off so bad. I felt duped. I felt completely duped. But anyway. Correct answer, but the Stallone one does hold a special place in my heart. Yeah, I didn't really like the Stallone one. I don't even remember the Stallone one. Alejandro Marquez, welcome. So, okay, wait. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I have to let you know your part in Adventures in Game Chasing is peak comedy. I mean, I don't know about peak. I hope it's not peak. I hope we get better, you know? But thank you. And that's a 6 Stormtrooper helmet. That's also me in the Stormtrooper helmet during the thing. In case you didn't know that, that's me too. In fact, I'm in it like 5 or 6 times. And then I have the shaved head standing next to Dave at some point. So, anyway. Oh, and by the way, did you see this? For you Adventures in Game Chasing fans, it's available to stream for free on Tubi, and it's available to rent and buy on Amazon and Apple TV, and in other countries, it's available on Apple TV as well. Just saying. We just checked. In the UK, it's available. In fact, Phil, our good buddy Phil here, went ahead and bought it in the UK. So there you go. Just in case you didn't know that. Just saying. I prefer the Stallone Dread, but the Urban Dread is a better movie as a whole. Oh my God, I'm so far behind. Blame Eric for my intrusion. Well, okay. Damn it, Eric. Rob Schneider was good in Demolition Man. Like this long. That's it. That's it. Love the Stallone version tons. Nostalgia City, but the Urban one is a legit awesome movie. Yeah. Didn't know Rob was in the Stormtrooper helmet. Yeah, that's me. Vehicle for Nicolas Cage is outrageous. I mean, you're not wrong. Face Off is also switch off your brain. Exactly. God, how did I get so far behind so fast? Yep, that was me in the helmet. Everybody ready for the UFO testimonies tomorrow? Yes, that's right. In fact, there you go. Subcommittee hearing on the national security 10 a.m. Eastern, and you can watch it live on YouTube. I saw this at space.com. If you just do US hearing, you can watch it. I'm sure the YouTube link will be everywhere starting tomorrow, but there you go. Very excited. Very excited for that. Yes. The Stormtrooper part was Abby's favorite part. Really? There you go. I'm in it. Well, I'm in it. I'm a voice at one point, and then you see my legs a couple times, and my feet a couple of times. I'm just kind of all over it. But hey, that's what happens when you're the only person available for all these pickup shots. There you go. Dude, I'm also the scene where, I'll just say this. The scene where the Ghost Getter 1 peels around a corner and then kind of flies past the camera. I'm in the car while Jay's driving at that part because I was really scared. I thought we were going to hit Billy. So yeah, there you go. Volcano with Anne Heche. Wow. I haven't thought about that movie in a long time. Matthew in the mouth. It just pissed me off because I thought it was going to be awesome. Really good. Watched it today. I really enjoyed it. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Abby. I mean, we worked hard. We worked hard on it. And I did so, like, there's so much stuff that I got to do for the movie. It was so much fun. I got to do some sound design. I got to do a lot of the sound editing, cleaning up the audio. Yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I'm just happy that people like it. You know, that's really it. Hope people like it. Timothy, sketchy, etchy glasses. What's going on? What is going on? 649 pounds. Tim, man. Rob needs to hear his props. Oh, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, Eric. I mean, look, we worked hard, and I just want people to love the movie. And of course, there's the one of the awards from the Fort Worth Indie Film Festival from last weekend. There you go. I mean, it's director's choice, but it was still cool. I still say the Miz should be Johnny Cage and not Carl Urban. Carl should be Kano. I mean, that's actually pretty. That's pretty good casting there. Carl as Kano, that would be cool. Movie idea: remake Deuce Gigolo with Eric. Disapproving gnomes. That's right. Look, you know how I get when I'm tired. Don't even act surprised. Billy's made of rubber, ain't he? Would have been fine. I was on a kick when I tried to watch every disaster movie. Watch Volcano, Dante's Peak at the time, and have to give the win to Dante's Peak. Yeah, both of those movies are not great. But I mean, they it seemed like they were, Hollywood was just in this, we need to copy each other, right? So Volcano, Dante's Peak, Armageddon, Deep Impact. There were so many of them like that. And there's one more that I'm drawing a blank on. But yeah, it's just like, come on. Alejandro, dang Rob, every time I hear more of your involvement in the film, good work, man. Thank you. And again, it's the reason that I quit my job was to make sure that Billy made the best, I could help Billy make the best movie possible. And that was my goal. And I knew that they had a good story. You know, I mean, I don't know if you heard the story, but when Billy asked me, because I was working at Apple at the time, contracted, but he's like, hey, you want to go to dinner? I'm like, sure. Takes me to Whataburger. We're sitting there eating. And he's like, yeah, so I want you to be involved in the movie. Now, I'd already given money to the Kickstarter because I was proud of those guys. I was like, man, you guys are awesome. Really cool. Really, watching from afar. Didn't want to be that guy that's like, oh, you're doing something cool. I want to be a part of it. I was like, you know what? Let them do their thing, and that's the way it is. And he said, I really want you to help with the movie. I think we could use your help. And we need a script supervisor. And I didn't know what that was, but I agreed that, yeah, okay, I'll look at the script, but I'm not quitting my job or anything for this. And he goes, I don't expect you to. I'm just like on the weekends, come out and help out and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, cool, I'll do that. And he sent me the script, read 8 pages, and I knew that I had to do it. And if I didn't do it, then I would regret it for the rest of my life. So I put in my 2-week notice. 3 days later, quit my job, started working with them, and basically helping them out ever since. And then, especially during COVID, that's how this started. It was because it was like, I got to do something. I still want to help out with post-production and stuff, but we can't see each other right now, so I might as well start doing something like this. So that's how this started. But yeah, I appreciate it. An award-winning film. It's kind of nuts. Dante's Peak is the better movie. I don't even remember. Volcano has Tommy Lee Jones in it, right? Dante's Peak is Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton. Both of them are not great. Towering Inferno, Poseidon Adventure were better than any Volcano movie, though. Armageddon's fun. It's kind of dumb, but it's still fun. Two magician movies. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. The Prestige and The Illusionist. Like, man, really, really close to each other. Really close. And I think The Illusionist is a really good movie. So that, yeah. You didn't know that, Alejandro? Well, good. I'm glad that. I mean, again, it's. Yeah. And that's part of the reason why I'm helping out with their new show and with any of the filming that has to be done. I'm going to help out. And then hopefully, Alejandro, did you know that I wrote the next movie, or one of the next movies? There's 2 ideas, but I wrote the script for the next, or one of the next movies that we want to do. We want to try to do. Billy really liked it. He said, if you didn't change a word, you could probably sell that right now, which made me feel really good because I've never written a script before. And then Jay said, dude, this is awesome. Now we're changing things and we're going to do multiple drafts. But I'm really proud of it. I think the story, the heart of the story is going to be, is something that I believe in. I think it's going to work really well, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that we can finish get it to a couple more drafts here in the next few months and go from there. But I can say that I wrote the entire first draft all by myself, and that feels awesome. It's awesome. It's not about UFOs. But it is, if you think about where we started, you can guess what the movie might be about. So, Lavalantula? No. Both good, but Prestige is better. See, I haven't seen the Prestige. I've only seen the Prestige once. So I need to watch that again. I'm no film connoisseur, but Adventures in Game Chasing is just a movie for people who like nostalgia and video games. You can tell everyone working on it took it seriously, but the film itself isn't serious. It's just fun. We had a blast. And I'll tell you this, it was so tiring. Blue's Clue, welcome. But it was so tiring. 17 days was the initial shoot, right? At the end of it, I was like, never again. I never want to do that again. And then a week later, I was like, when is the next time that we can do this? I want to do it again. It was so much fun. It was such a blast. I was so tired. But hopefully next time we'll have, hopefully it'll work out better next time. There was a lot of playing stuff by ear, and it was what was so awesome was that every day there was a new problem to solve. And I'll tell you this, it's like, you hear the terms, right? Director, producer, script supervisor, assistant director, all of these terms, right? And if you're not on set, you don't know what all of those mean. Because it was the guys, because it was Billy and Jay, guys I've known for 30 years. Because it was them, I was able to do things as a script supervisor that no script supervisor would even think of doing on a regular movie, right? And it's because we were all figuring this out, and we were all just working to try to make the best thing we could. So I got to do a little bit of directing. I got to do a little bit of rewriting, and I got to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And it was so much fun. It was great. Pure creation every single day. It's so much fun. So if you have fun watching it, hopefully you can see that we were having fun doing it, because it was a blast. It was just a blast. So wouldn't change it for the world. I've watched the Game Chasers movie like 5 times, by the way, and it's great. It has that cult classic thing built right into it. There's a lot of I think one of the things that I love about it is that there are so many little things that if you like you blink, you miss it type stuff. Like, oh, I also did the subtitles for the DVD and the Blu-ray. So Phil, if you watch if anybody watches it on Tubi or on iTunes, the subtitles, I did those. So there's little jokes in there on top of what's being said. Sometimes there's little things that I throw in there, and it's kind of fun. But yeah, there's that. 2 lava, 2 lantula. you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. Finishing a script is amazing. I started a couple, then fizzled out. Yeah, and I got stuck, like really stuck. And it was actually Yoshi who helped do, like, he did a good portion of the CG in Adventures in Game Chasing, and worked on The Mandalorian, and he's working on Invincible and all kinds of stuff, right? Yoshi's amazing. Yoshi's the one that kind of got me out of my funk and just said, yeah, this is, he basically said, I don't care if your movie has the same exact thing as another thing. The synopsis. I don't care if your synopsis is almost identical. It will not be the same, because it's going to be from you. It's not going to be from them. It's going to be from you. And he said, you need to make sure that you get that out there, because that's your voice. And again, this was like 3 or 4 hour conversation, but by the end of it, I was like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And I went back and I finished it a couple months later. So there you go. Let's see. I mean, it's from the Sharknado group. Yeah. I just want to say I love and respect this community and everyone in it. Thank you all. And Rob, thank you. Peace and love. I am off. Phil, enjoy. Last thing, I watch Adventures in Game Chasing tomorrow with subtitles later. Well, I mean, again, you don't have to watch it with subtitles, but they were a lot of work and it was fun. So, but enjoy. I hope you enjoy. Falcro is here too. Wow. Good to see you, Falcro. So now that you've tried different aspects of filmmaking, what do you prefer? That's tough, because here's the thing. One of the best things, the thing that gets you really excited, is when you're breaking the story, right? So right at the beginning, you've just got that first initial idea and you're throwing out ideas and you start to figure out, oh my gosh, this is coming together. And then I finished the first draft, which was an amazing feeling. Like I was on top of the world for like a week. I was like, yeah, I finished the script, man. Yeah. Then getting with them and then hearing the feedback and them going, holy crap, this is really, really good. I'm not gonna, hey, don't want to toot my own horn too much, but Jay said that my first draft was really, really good and kind of better than Billy's. Okay. I'm just saying. Just saying. And all I said was, I'm just glad that it's readable and I'm glad that people like it and are responding positively to it. So there, I'm happy with that. Anyway, we started coming up with multiple ideas to, you know what could be better here is if we do this and do that. Dude, I was so excited. Even though they're taking something that I worked really hard on and they're saying, okay, this whole part, yeah, we're just going to scrap that. That's what happens. That's what happens in movie making. So that was really fun. I know that directing would be really fun. Like I said, just being able to do a little here and there, tiny bits, not anything substantial. But I know I'd be good at that. I think I would be. I really enjoy, I've always loved sound. So I enjoy the post-production part of it. But I think, writing, directing, acting, I'll do it. I'll do any of it. I mean, my whole thing is that you saw me for literal seconds in Adventures of Game Chasing. This next story, I'll be in it for quite a bit. So that's the scary part is, do I have the talent to pull that off? I don't know. But we'll see. And please don't watch the little short that Billy had in the last little podcast thing. Don't. That's not the acting you're going to see in the next thing. But yeah. The Tubi subtitles are hilarious. Well, I'm glad you like those. I had fun putting that together. It was a lot of work. But yeah. God, what is going on? I have GameSacked retweet me yesterday. I got Eric and Abby and Falcro in here. What's going on? The nipple dance. Yeah. Already on your way to find it. Well, like I said, just watch the last podcast thing. What is it called? What's wrong with these guys? Over on the Game Chasers channel. And it's not the whole thing. It's just little clips, but it's me from what? It's got to be like 1998, 1999. Eesh. Bad. Rob is going to be a power hungry, mean guy, and he's going to get his neck broken and then stand up like nothing. Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. It's a little too late for that. Yeah. I'll just say don't judge my acting ability based on that. Okay? I'm hopefully going to be better than that. I'm actually considering whether I need to take some acting lessons just so I can be better. I mean, I think that the thing is with Jay and I we have, and Billy, all of us, we all have a rapport, right? That will come across on screen just like it did in Adventures in Game Chasing, but I want it to be, I want the whole thing to get better. Like as much as I like Adventures in Game Chasing, and I love the experience making it and all that stuff, I want each movie that we do, I want it to get better. I want us to learn new things. I want us to get better and better and better. And I don't want to be the weak link because I only said a couple of words in the last movie, which wasn't even planned, by the way. Was not planned. The whole, well, see you later. Not planned. None of that was planned. It was literally, it was supposed to be Billy coming out, looking up, and then like shaking his head and then going back inside. That was supposed to be the thing. But Billy and Wood said, hey, we should do it differently. I'll show you this. For those of you who haven't seen this, I'll show you this little behind the scenes kind of thing. Little behind the scenes clip. Where's it at? Hold on. It's before that. There we go. Now I can't play the audio because we are saying things that are not safe for YouTube. But Wood actually filmed that whole scene. And see, he's just supposed to run back. That's it. And I don't know why I filmed a hole in Wood's jeans. But there you go. And then finally he was like, dude, just get in here and say something. I'll come in there and do that, and then you come in here and say something. So, there you go. There's that. Let's see. I can show you a little bit of that. So there's the fire safety guy with the torch. So again, that's shot in an abandoned mall. Sorry about the lighting there. Well, I can't really do too much about that, I don't think. But yeah, that's behind the scenes, that stuff, which is cool. I think that's cool. So this was a pickup shot. Remember that? The Eric with the feet? Yeah, that was a pickup shot. And then let's see. Then there's a shot with them driving down the road, and then Chief does something, sticks his head out the door and does something. I'm driving the truck. Oh, there's Jay. But I'm driving the truck as Billy is in the back filming. So it was just, dude, there's so much I could seriously do all day just showing you behind the scenes stuff. It's just so much fun. So much fun. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything else I can show you real quick. That'd be funny. So this scene, I was there for all of that. It's him picking him up and stuff. These people were amazing. They came in here. They came in there and just, they killed it. They were really, really funny. And it just worked. It just worked. So, yeah, that was cool. Family stuff. Y'all don't need to see that. I thought this photo turned out really cool. So anyway, there's just cool stuff, man. Just cool stuff. That'd be funny if there's an Easter egg for that. Well, see you later in future films. I mean, maybe, you never know. Could be a different character every time, or it could be the same guy with the same and a little piece of grass sticking out of. I just had to swing by and let you know how much I enjoyed the movie. You guys did a great job. I'm glad Eric sent me your way. Have an awesome night, dearest Abby. Thank you so much for being here. You're probably already gone because I was busy showing you behind the scenes stuff. But thank you so much. In fact, it's about time. It's about time to call it for the night, because holy crap, my throat. Need to drink some more water. But I can feel my voice going. You just can't do it. When you're constantly talking, man, you can't do it. That's why I like playing games and stuff. I need to figure out something to do with that. Because when you're playing a video game, you're not talking as much, and you can let things happen. But guys, once again, it's out there. If you haven't seen it and you want to, you can watch it for free on Tubi. It's available for purchase and rent. Amazon, Apple TV. So thank you. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. But hey, that's it. And hey, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. UFOs, man. There's that. So if you're interested, 10 a.m. Eastern. So, yeah. But look, you guys have a great night. We'll see you soon. We got things, man, all kinds of things going on. Got a podcast coming up on Friday that I'm going to be on. I don't know when it's going to release, but I'm going to be doing that. I'll release information on that. Saturday, going to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Little preview thing, which is kind of cool. And then Sunday, I'll be doing stuff with the dudes. Hopefully more podcasty stuff. But you guys have a great night. And we'll see you next week. Bye.